It is an unsustainable model to have a hospital like ours bear the entire burden of paying for migrant health care.
Since the first days of this administration, we have seen a significant deterioration in border security.
Are the aliens crossing illegally, committing crimes across this country?
Absolutely.
Joe Biden, are you listening? Mayorkas, are you listening to the sheriffs?
No, they are not.
Those are Republicans on the House Judiciary Committee holding their first field hearing on Biden's border crisis while Democrats skip out, dismissing it as a stunt as officials sound the alarm on the growing surge. Texas Congressman Troy Nehls was there, and he joins us now. Good morning, Congressman.
Good morning, Ainsley. Thank you for having me.
Well, thank you so much for coming on with us. You know, when you look at these numbers, they're just staggering, and the hospitals there are hurting. The residents are hurting. Crime's going up in that area. Look at these numbers, the number of apprehensions, the gotaways. This is in our southern border. These are encounters in January, so it's pretty scary. What did you get out of this meeting yesterday, and what's your reaction to Democrats not showing up?
Well, it didn't surprise me when Jerry Nadler said the Democrats were going to boycott this, because I think this is a losing argument for them. The Democrats don't want to focus on the border. They want to focus on other things. They do not want to focus on the border because the American people are paying attention now. They're sick and tired of it. And so this was a wonderful 36 hours here in Yuma, Arizona, meeting with Border Patrol officials and obviously sitting down and visiting that hospital of Yuma, Arizona with the CEO, talking about the $22 million that they have spent on treating these migrants and the issues related to treating those migrants. I mean, people coming in with chronic illness, chronic disease, but it's the maternity leave, the number of migrants that are coming across here that are pregnant, having children. Many of them are not receiving that prenatal care, so the NICU unit is full there. And so you got Yuma, Arizona, 125,000 people, women here trying to have children, and there's no room at the inn, so they may have to be transferred and have their children in Phoenix, Arizona, 170 miles away because of the Biden border crisis. Shameful.
Yeah, that was fascinating to me. The hearing featured 3 witnesses, and we heard some sound bites from them, including you, a county supervisor, the sheriff, and the CEO of the local hospital, Yuma Regional Medical Center. He says the closest hospital is 3 hours away. So when you have a town of 100,000 people who need services in that hospital, but you have 300,000 people coming across the border that are taking up space in that hospital, his message was very sweet. He said, we have a heart for these individuals, but many of them are very, very sick, and we need money. Is there any solution to help these hospitals or the sheriff's department in that area?
Well, I know that he's reached out to this administration, and there is no answer to their dilemma. Like, how are they going to recoup? How are they going to recover these millions of dollars, because that hospital can't afford to just be treating everybody for free. There's no way to get paid, so to speak. And that's going to hurt this entire community here. He got our attention. There's no question about it. The 14 or so of us on the Judiciary Committee, we paid attention. The crowd, it was full. If you look at, there were a couple hundred people inside that room paying attention to what we're saying to them and what we would like to do for them as it related to securing our southern border. I tell you, the people are concerned down here, rightfully so. It is the federal government's responsibility, Ainsley, to secure our southern border. It's in the Constitution. Article 4, Section 4, the Invasion Clause, Article 1, Section 10. I mean, the states have a right to self-defense, and I think these governors in these states along the southern border need to start acting appropriately and start defending their southern border, as many of them have.
Well, it was great to see y'all take the whole committee, the committee of Republicans, Democrats didn't go, to them, to the people, instead of staying in Washington and talking about something so far away. So thank you for doing that and trying to help the folks of Yuma. Thanks, Congressman.
Thank you. God bless.
God bless you.
I'm Steve Ducey.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.